her scarf off to take the picture for the driver's license. And she says, this is against my religion. That is wrong. Having the scarf and covering the face, head to toe, has nothing to do with Islam. It's a Sharia law. If a Muslim taxi driver in Indianapolis, in the rains, throws out his passenger and says, it is against my religion to carry you because you have got alcohol, that is wrong. That has nothing to do with religion. That is Sharia law. And we have seen tons and tons of these examples. It is considered the Sharia law is the law of Allah. There is no other law that can be more important or superior to the words of Allah. They cover everything. Politics, they have got laws. Finances, crimes, economic, hygiene, and family laws. When you look at the Sharia laws, they are from 1400 years ago. And they are completely opposite and contrast to the democracy. Ayatollah Khomeini said, democracy is anti-Islamic. And Khomeini said, in Islam, there is no democracy. We respect the religious part of Islam, but we have problem with the Sharia law, because that belongs to 1400 years ago. There is no freedom of religion, because Allah said in Quran, and Sharia law confirms, that the only religion in the world is Islam. As a matter of fact, 700 years ago, on the 700 after Christ, they made two blocks of people, Muslims and infidel. And still, after 1400 years, we see that we are infidel. No human rights. In Sharia law, in Islam, the rights belong to Allah. We, as Muslims, are the obedient servant of Allah. And we have got to follow, without any question, whatever He says. You have heard there is no equality between men and women. And you have heard about the child bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I was approached and I was told that would never happen here in America. Child bride, never. I have news for you. 40 years ago, when I was in Iran, we believed Iran, with the 8th largest armed forces in the world, and with the 4th largest oil producer in the world, we had the laws, and our young ladies were not going to get married under the age of 18. We could not ever believe it. That our sisters, our daughters, our children, they are going to get married at the age of 9. Ladies and gentlemen, the legal age of marriage in Iran for women is 9. And that's embarrassing. So whoever tells me that is not going to happen here in America, close your eyes. 40 years ago, we couldn't believe that was going to happen to Iran. It happened. And I tell you, it's happening here too. We are infidel, they're promoting the fight. And we see that. We have witnessed Major Nidal Hassan. We have witnessed the disaster of 9/11. And they call themselves Muslims. They promote execution of the apostate. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are born in a Muslim family, you are a Muslim. You can never change your religion. If you change or denounce Islam, you are an apostate. And against the law, you have got to be killed. I am concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a mosque over here. I want to give you a series of examples in our beautiful country, America. Imam Abdul Rahman, he was the founder of the Muslim American Council. He was the Islamic advisor to President Clinton. He was a citizen since 1996. After 9/11, he spoke in the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. In the cathedral, in the capital of the United States. He spoke for the victims of the 9/11. He was a perfect man in Islam. He is convicted for 23 years in prison because of the ties that he had with Al-Qaeda. He was number one. Imam Fawaz, he was the spiritual leader of the Ohio's largest mosque, the largest mosque. He was convicted with the ties to terrorism. He served a few months in prison and he was deported. Muhammad Ahmad Hassan, he was the imam of one of the largest mosques in New Jersey. Again, these are not petty imams, they are big guys. He was deported because of conviction with the ties with Hamas. I have to be concerned because I love this country. Everybody has heard and seen the face of Anwar al-Awlaki. He's the deputy to Al-Qaeda, to Bin Laden. And FBI recognized him as one of the most dangerous person in the whole world. He plans and executes attacks, not only in America, all around the world. He's American, he's a Muslim. He was American. An Iranian born and 16-year citizen of the United States, Pete Sedah. He was the co-founder of the Islamic Charity Chapter. Again, he was convicted for terrorist financing. In Queens, New York, Imam Ahmad Afzali, he was linked to the New York City subway plot, and he pleaded guilty. Not one, not two, not three, plenty.